Hit that button.
The Built 2 Media Podcast.
Why is the button sticky, Gunner?
I don't know. Good question. Dude, it's just what I do.
Built 2. Blake, Gunner, Zach, and Ben.
He literally piled it in his hole.
I mean, wouldn't you do it the first time? I would.
I mean, it wasn't mine, so.
Oh.
Now from the Liquid Nitro Studios, here's your host, Blake Anderson.
Gunner's locked and loaded.
Gunner Cummings.
I'll be completely honest, we're out of headphones.
Zach Whitties.
I bit on that so hard.
Ben Brooks.
They say that the
Don't have an hour and a half.
man is the head of the house, but the woman is the neck. And what turns the head? The neck.
Never heard that.
I haven't either.
Not even once.
Never heard.
I don't even know what just happened.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
saying,
right. That's right.
Hit the button.
I will say, my part in that sounded like Ben. I thought
Yeah, it
I was
did.
Ben.
Yeah,
I agree.
For a little bit, I thought it was me, too.
I'm nervous now.
Why are you nervous?
Why?
Is my voice changing?
You're finally growing
Oh,
up.
No, it's not.
I don't know, Dad. Is my voice changing? A little bit, Dad.
Give us a that's right.
That's right.
No, that's
No.
that was,
That's right.
there it is.
There it
Honestly,
is.
that term hasn't been used a lot this year.
no, but it was on your belt from
Yeah, and
winning
I got
your...
a hole in my suit, dude.
What? What'd you do?
Right
that?
here.
What?
How?
I don't know, but I gotta get it repaired.
Oh, God. You going to call the Asians?
I don't know.
The
That's right.
Haitians?
Well, they're the only ones with small enough fingers to sew a fire suit.
True.
Yeah, I gotta text.
Definitely don't want me.
I gotta text K1 by Ryan Bowers
Yes.
and gather my options. I don't know if you just patch them or
No, they can sew them.
yeah.
Or patch them, whatever you would
Yeah.
enjoy to do with your suit that you wear while winning championships.
Totally.
Welcome back to the
Yeah,
podcast,
welcome
everybody.
back.
Hey, here for another episode. We got everybody here today. It's been just a hot second. I am your host, Blake Anderson. We'll go around the table, introduce ourselves again in case you forgot.
I am Ted Hitchcock.
UMSS point champion.
I was just gonna say that.
I work on hitches.
Todd Hitchcock. Or
Yes. I actually know Todd Hitchcock.
Ted.
I thought
Thank you.
you need
That-
to be introduced as the 2023
Oh, Jesus.
Protect Renegade Upper Midwest Sprint Car Series champion, Zach Whittis.
Just like
thanks,
that.
Thanks, Ted. What a great
Good job, Ted.
what a great introduction there.
You sound like you've done that before.
Well, that was actually the first time. Introducing Zach as a champion, because
Yeah.
he just kind of became a champion.
Yeah, just raking in $100,000 worth of points money and
No big deal.
It's fine.
17-foot trophies.
Yeah, exactly.
Need a skid steer trailer to haul it home.
Welcome back, Gunner.
Hey,
Dad.
Are you Gunner?
I'm Gunner.
Oh,
Hi.
your name's Gunner.
Yep, that's me.
Who's next to... There he is.
Hi.
Uh,
I'm the guy with the voice. My name is Ben Brost.
Don't we all have voices?
Yeah, but mine's a little different.
Yeah, we do. Okay. All right, let's introduce some sponsors real quick once. You want me to just rifle through them quick?
Go ahead.
Oh, presenting sponsor of the Built 2 Media Podcast. Here we go. Kick-Ass Beef Jerky. Liquid Nitro Energy Drink. QualityFreightRate.com. Use promo code.
Built to.
We got Thunderhill Speedway just down the road out of Menominee, Wisconsin, doing the go-karts and such. SKD, Scott King Designs, getting us some graphics for our weekly advertising of the driver. Jiggy Signs and Graphics, making 90% of the Red Cedar Speedway look good. K1 Race Gear by Ryan Bowers, which is how we open the show. He can get you set up with a new suit. Tarvis Racing, Spot On, point of sales, credit cards, processing. Is that right?
The spot on point of sale systems, restaurant point of sale systems.
Red Cedar Speedway. Punky Maynard coming up.
Punky Week.
Dwayne Mader Memorial. I keep getting them two mixed up, by the way. Sleep Racing. Catch them guys on YouTube, Facebook. They're local here at our Thunderhill Speedway. And then new to the Built 2 Media Podcast, Hammond Racing out of Iowa. Check them guys out on Facebook as well. Those
Boom.
are the sponsors for this podcast.
So
Thank you.
We're in the heart of the playoffs, in the heart of invitational season.
Yes. We
Couldn't ask for any better weather.
Any better weather.
Better
Any
weather.
better
Weather.
better weather.
Better weather.
You use
And-
water wetter? Is
That's
it
what I was
better
just,
when
that's
it's
what
wetter?
I was just thinking about that when I said that. That's that's why it happened, because I use water wetter in my radiator.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
it's it's engraved in my brain as the better wetter.
with
But
water.
now that we have better weather,
Is water wetter to red stuff or to green stuff?
the red stuff, but I actually use the green stuff. So, what I just said makes absolutely no sense.
Unless you're talking about liquid nitro.
But it's wetter water when it's better wetter.
Are
Yes.
you putting green liquid nitro in your radiator?
Yes.
Helps, I heard.
That's the secret.
I think the red stuff works better, though.
I like-
That one runs a little hot.
yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Because
you gotta
it's
think about
red.
the colors. Yeah.
and it's
red.
called red line. Water wetter, better wetter, water.
Wait, was that actually a legit
Red
thing?
wetter.
Or were we talking about liquid nitro? Do you think the red stuff runs cooler?
No.
Yeah, I think the green stuff works.
No, we were
better.
talking
think
about
the
red
green
and green,
stuff would
and
be-
liquid nitro is one of our sponsors.
Right. Yeah, Todd.
Ipso facto.
I didn't
I think
I,
green.
di- I didn't know what
I'm
you were
gonna go
talking
with
about.
green. Green would be
Green
Hotter.
would be.
Green means go.
because it's tropical. So green should be warmer.
No.
Nope.
Oh,
Green's the color of antifreeze, though.
Ethylene glycol.
green's
Yep.
the color of the Built To Media sign behind your face.
Todd, beautiful weather, huh?
Yeah,
Great
it was
weather.
great. I didn't sweat my balls off. As a racer, anybody obviously knows that's one downfall of strapping into a fire suit.
Yes.
Substantial heat.
Usually about mid-July, August, you're...
Cooking.
I've never been
Yeah.
hotter than Thunderhill Speedway in a non-wing sprint car.
Yeah, mate. So
No wind.
Mason City for me was the hottest I've ever been in a fucking race car.
So, tell us about that, Todd.
Yeah.
Todd goes down with
So
a little car
I
that
go with
Oh,
my-
yeah.
I bring my UMS
I know what
car
you're
to go
talking
race
about.
against some 410s.
410s. He's
What?
racing.
So Mason City, like modified racetrack, 410
on.
non-wing cars. So 410 wing cars and like our cars would
Yeah.
not compete. But like a 410 non-wing car, you don't have downforce, whatever. So when the track slicks off, like you're not using 700 like non-wing motors, 750, 800 horsepower.
Yeah, I'm tracking.
Our motors make like 500.
Yep.
400.
No, like on a 4-barrel, it's like 500.
Oh.
I'll be legit about that. We ain't gonna make it sound any better.
Gunner
Um,
made 700.
Yeah, okay.
So Mason City, I actually love that place. It's a blast. Mason City's really fun because it's like, how River City's, River City's not really anymore, but like it have that dish in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mason City on the bottom is like dead flat, but like banking when you get up top, and it's a blast. So and it's wide and has so much room to race. So that's my synopsis of Mason City. But now getting back to the race, it was so slick. I start third in this thing, and I'm like, well, we get
500 horse.
we get top 5, we win.
Right.
Well, going on turn 1, who gets the fucking lead? Me.
Tad.
And I'm slow rolling the bottom for 12. So there's 2 yellows that came out. First yellow, I'm like, there ain't no fucking way I'm winning this thing.
Right.
Like, there's no way. Because it was so slick. So like the thing is, the sprint cars are direct drive. So like you have 800 horsepower, you can't like shut that down right away.
Right.
So like the 410s couldn't really shut their cars down to putts the bottom. And so I'm putzing the bottom, and I'm like, just thinking, I'm like, we're gonna tear this place up if I win. Like I don't even know what I would do. I literally had no idea what I would do. But yeah, I led 12 laps against the 410s, and then the 410s eventually zoomed by me. But
When the top came in.
Yeah.
But to lead 12 laps.
like, every racer's probably had this moment in their life. But I remember I was just sitting in the car, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, there's just no way. Like, what is happening? But
Yeah. The night my battery was letting loose at Red Cedar.
Oh, my God.
and like the ignition battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the night where I'm like, what is going on? Why has nobody passed me yet?
Yeah, it's so weird.
I was standing on the backstretch like, are you F-word kidding me right now?
That's how
I was literally about to go grab somebody's toolbox and start throwing wrenches at the other car just so you could win. Because I could hear that thing halfway down the backstretch just freaking and sound like a Honda Civic on the rev chip.
traction control, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun time. Mason City's a blast, and we raced with USMTS, and it was a good time.
I don't know why I remember Red Sea. Like that night, I just remember 100% of it. Everything, every lap.
Well, so Harry went over the wall in turn 4 and came back on the track, but he was broke. And then that same lap,
Wait.
Rick Cobes was going into 1.
Hold
That-
on.
on the entrance that he went off that back on.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, because if
He
he
kinda,
went
like,
over
rolled
the
the
wall,
wall.
he'd be in the concession stand.
Well, he
and
kind of like,
Yeah.
he'd have a heck of a time trying to flip that thing back over onto the racetrack. Not that Harry couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we
anyway,
can't
proceed.
question Harry.
So Rick was leading, and he went into one and blew his motor, and all of a sudden there's huge flames, and he's leaking oil out or whatever. And they made us under yellow, like, I don't know, it felt like 15 minutes under yellow. My car was running fine before all this happened. Well, then we restarted the race after like 15 minutes, and then it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, losing
Oh,
power.
so she was dead, not you weren't. Or was the
Ignition was
The
shutting
battery, like,
Was
we
it-
had a weather pack that we hooked up to it, but it wasn't charging.
Oh, I see.
So we
So
went
you had a
through.
dead battery.
Yeah, so earlier in the year we had went through a battery. We thought it was just bad. Well, then we did it again at Red Cedar, but it like held on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
down. Barely long enough to make it.
I just
the
remember seeing
extra
that
lap.
post. I'm like, there ain't no way you won 10 grand.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was a TerraProc.
Yeah.
No. deal.
Thank you, Miss Finetti.
Oh, so
Right.
you actually
Nice
won
of
10
you to-
grand?
No,
I was gonna say. I was like, what?
Todd,
Would've
it's
been
just
cooler.
a marker.
would have been a lot cooler if I did.
Basically won everything but the number one in the check.
Yeah,
So nice.
I love that picture, though.
yeah.
That is such a cool picture.
Got a lot of people talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Seeing Walmart, hey, so see you won 10 grand. I'll be like, hell yeah, brother.
I think next subject would be probably talking about Zach winning the championship with the
Yeah.
UMSS sprint cars.
Yeah, you know, Todd, I ain't one to toot my own horn. But
Yeah,
I'll
but
talk about it.
Let's start from the beginning. As far as I started racing 4 years ago, and I showed up to the racetrack for the first time in high-rise shorts and white Crocs, and I didn't know anyone.
What's changed?
Well,
I know
it's black
everybody.
shorts and black Crocs, and I
Yeah,
didn't know
well,
everybody.
let's start with the Crocs. You know, I realized I got into racing. I'm like, these ain't gonna fucking work.
Yeah,
They turn black. I mean, they still wear shorts. I don't. I mean, it's just my generation. I can't excuse it. We wear shorter shorts.
He did
and-
run track for a while.
Yeah,
so.
and in those that too. As I've lost those pairs or destroyed them, because that's what I also learned while getting into racing. You destroy clothes pretty quick.
yep.
Shop clothes are a thing.
yes.
So I destroyed some of those. So they gotten a little bit longer, but they're still above the knee.
We're all above the knee today.
Oh, we're all sitting down.
Damn, Ben, you look good in them.
I'm looking at your profile and race pass. Track, tub, driver, tub, event, tub, favorite food, tub, favorite movie, tub, favorite song, tub, favorite sports team, tub, favorite speed shop, tub, biography, Tub Nation.
Okay, I thought I changed that. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you look at his profile picture yet?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's very accurate.
Well,
too.
now I
Whoever-
have a profile picture.
Yeah.
Thanks to
Whoever took that picture did a fine job. Must have had a sweet flip phone with a camera on it or
Mike
something.
Mueller. Mike Mueller after the when we Race with Outlaws support class. I got interviewed after he race win, and all of a sudden Mike sends me Snapchats when he's a little tuned up. Actually, as I say, he was drunk. He says he was drunk off his balls, which I believe it. He sent me like 20 minutes of Snapchats with a bunch of filters on them. And I mean, I've never really I've seen
You
that.
seen-
I honestly when I see I'm one of those people where you see yourself on camera, you're like, oh, I look like an idiot.
Right. Well,
I couldn't help but not laugh at that. It was hilarious. Yeah, but
So walk us through just a view from 10,000 feet of your season, because
Yeah.
this is right here what consistency does. It wins championships.
yeah, like I told our fellow friends at RTS when they interviewed me too, it's like Nick and Cam that race with us are like on another level, but my goal was to get closer to them as far as finishing. Like Cam and Nick can go out there and they're really good at what they do, and they basically win over races. But my goal was to be I'm either gonna beat them because I'm sick of finishing behind them, or I'm at least gonna finish behind them. Well, I achieved that. I got a hell of a lot of seconds and thirds and fourths and fifths.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, the game's all consistency. I mean, I can't say I was ever really points racing until the 100. I mean, my goal, I always like to run all the races. Especially after the rainouts, we only had 19 shows.
19 shows, 2 DNFs, 17 top 10s. So, and what that translates into is
and then
1/6.
one of the DNFs were up in North Dakota, which wasn't a points show.
But 16 top fives.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
a hell of a season.
Yeah, and I mean, and then 2 of those were DNFs, and one was a 6th. So can't really complain about it.
Not at all.
That's pretty good, Dad.
Yeah.
I mean, compared, like I was telling Wally on the front straightaway, I've
Who's-
known Scott, so
Who's
it's kinda-
Wally?
Scott Teeps.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
okay.
known him because from Rice Lake, and
Great announcer.
I'm like, yeah, this year's a lot better than going through 5 front axle tubes like last year, because I destroyed shit last
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Holy fuck! But yeah, it's just all consistency. You can't not DNF. You have to finish races.
Got your first heat win right away out of the gate, basically.
Yeah, and then win like 6 of them after that.
Mm-hmm. The first one.
But I mean, when people say, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when people say winning races, their first race is hardest to win. Like they're not wrong, because it took me. I mean, granted, I've only been racing for 3 years, call it, and it took me 4 years or 3 years, whatever.
Been
to win a
racing for
heat.
3 years, and it took me 4 years to win a heat race.
Well, this year is my 4th year,
See.
so I didn't win a
Alright.
heat race for 3 years. And then I win 1, and then all of a sudden I win 7 of them, and it seems like it's super easy. So
took me 4 years to win my first feature.
yeah,
after I
they're-
won
you know,
it,
people aren't wrong when they say that.
3 in a row.
Yeah, they're not wrong when they say that. It's hard to win your first one, but when they
Mhm.
win them, they come. So
Yeah, it was kind of like just a big ass orgasm. I mean, I won the first one, and then I didn't lose anything that whole month.
right, exactly. It's
Not
hard,
a
it's
heat,
hard to win your
Not
first
a
one.
feature. Didn't matter where I started.
Yeah.
What about you? Same. Took forever.
I
to
mean,
get the
I've-
first one,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden it was
Yeah.
just like,
I won a couple heat races and challenge races back in the day, but first feature was 2019.
Mighty Axe.
My first feature win
Yeah, that's what we were.
in a sprint car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was at Cedar Lake.
Oh, that's what I thought.
I will say though, I still like credit the iRacing a ton. That's that
Yes.
computer sitting over there. You know, now that I'm into racing, does it really do much? Not really. I mean, it helps keeps your hands and feet sharp a little bit. But you know, starting out, I mean, I was too old to do go karts when I started. You know, at my age, like at 18, when I started, I'm like, I can't. I mean, I could do a go kart, but like,
Micro.
well, at that time, the
Yeah.
micro series wasn't really a thing. What?
Could have raced a micro.
A micro, Ted? What are you referencing there?
Could have raced one. Micro.
What? I'm not
Yeah, Blake,
referencing
I'm-
anything.
I'm
But
with ya.
anyways, I was too old to do the go karts, so we just decided to go sprint car racing, whatever, and here we are.
How's it feel to be a champion, Ted?
Yeah, it feels like
Same as it did
same as
before you got
everything
there.
before, Ted. But I mean, it's cool. I mean, at the time, I'm like, whatever. But like all the people on Facebook and
It's a
everybody
big
saying
deal, man.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a
it was
huge
cool.
deal.
When's the banquet? I want to hear your speech.
I'll probably go to that.
Sometime.
Yeah.
It's normally after. It's in like January or February.
I should probably go this time because you're gonna need a ride home and probably a bag of Fritos again.
Yeah, you know,
Stop it, like,
speaking.
yep.
Okay, speaking of celebrations, you know, I do have a good story on Friday night.
Pop the champagne already.
No, that was Saturday.
Oh,
And I
Friday
was-
night.
So
sorry.
Friday, we had I had a lot of school stuff to do on Saturday or Sunday, and that's the only thing crappy about being in school because you still have to do homework. So I knew I couldn't get super drunk, you know, party with everybody else on Saturday. So I'm like, well, Friday night's the ticket.
Yep.
Friday night's the ticket. And you know, Todd, I don't remember anything past the wing feature on Friday.
Oof, Todd.
Ooh.
Yeah, it hit hard.
Struggle.
It hit hard.
The snaps were starting to get fuzzy.
It was bad.
It was
you
just
know,
all of a sudden it went to dead.
Yeah.
I felt bad that I woke up Saturday morning. I felt bad I didn't see you at all on Friday night.
Well, Cammy Tarvis stopped by the trailer because, well, when I'm like super hungover, the way I get over them is I do something.
Yeah.
Like
You
honestly,
almost have to.
You just go do something and get the blood moving, drink water, get a Pedialyte.
Rub
I mean,
one
I'm
out.
obviously young too, but that helps. So she's like, you know, I was like 3 cars down, you know, because I was like there were some odd guys in between.
You were
Everybody.
75 feet from me, and I didn't see you on Friday
God,
night.
I like told Cammy, I'm like, you know, if you would have told me I saw you, I would have been like, awesome. But I didn't see you.
I blacked out.
I'm like, yeah, you know, I I don't remember anything, and honestly, I was like almost embarrassed because but it was a good time.
Why? You got legendary at the legendary.
Yeah, exactly. Holy
deal.
balls, though. I mean,
He
I like
wasn't
my
like-
shower being clean. Community showers are a rough go.
Oh.
I had
Man.
it. All you had to do is ask. I had a shower
No way.
75 feet from you. Like
Damn it.
literally, we were perpendicularly parked
In the most.
God, you would have saved me.
within Wi-Fi range.
You would
even.
have saved me some stomach nausea. I had a horrible time showering in those community showers.
Ugh.
Ugh, struggle.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
Holy balls, was the Culver's ever good though?
Country,
day.
Country Fest has got the worst community showers.
Oh, they gotta.
Ugh.
Yeah, any music
It's like a
festival's gotta
turd
be
in there.
garbage.
I'd rather
Flip-flop.
not shower.
Bro, just the fucking band-aids in the corner, man. It's just
Yeah.
disgusting.
Why?
Like
That's so
it's
gross.
disgusting, dude.
Yeah,
I
bro.
can't stand it.
Why is a saturated Band-Aid so gross? I don't understand that.
Because it was covering up a wound of
Yes,
some
I
Well,
sort.
dude, it's just
understand, like-
anything soggy. Like I get nauseous and stuff
Over-
from like
what about, like,
soggy
soggy-
paper towels.
What
and
about like
shit.
soggy cereal?
Yeah, the texture gets me.
Definitely not the same though.
Well, it's not the same, but
Well, like
To
I'm
me-
just saying it because like I'm grossed out by a soggy bathroom Band-Aid.
yeah, same.
Anyways,
Dude, like,
Culver's was
even-
amazing. Let's just move on from that.
Yeah, and here's the deal. When I
Did you
went
try
up
the pub burger, by the way?
no, but when I went up to the
Delicious.
order wing window, I was definitely feeling like I was a big lumberjack, even though I'm only 185 pounds. So I got 4-piece chicken dinner basket, double butter burger, ice cream, French fries, and a
Holy.
drink.
Oof.
I ate it all. But that was not needed. Maybe Subway was a better idea.
Yeah.
Well, Subway.
Oh, but Culver's
Eat
is
fresh.
so good.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, we just had Culver's the other day. It was delicious.
And I mean, the only thing that,
Todd's a chocolate ice cream guy.
yeah, and
Better brand of beef makes a Butterburger better. Culver's.
No, water wetter's better on wetter water.
good one.
Depends on the color.
If it's wetter, it's water. Anyways,
Proceed.
Yeah, Culver's is one of those places. They're like Quick Trip of fucking fast food.
No,
You know-
Quick Trip is Quick Trip of fast
What
food.
Well-
do you mean?
Welcome to Delicious. How may I take your order?
Oh yeah.
It's like, see you next time. It's like, dude, you're saying that to everybody. Like, come on. I appreciate the mannerism.
But actually,
Like, that kid at the window don't want to say that.
yeah. But honestly, I kind of appreciate it because I feel like nowadays every other
Oh,
fast
God.
food, any customer service nowadays is
Anywhere.
like,
they
It's
don't even
pretty bad.
care
it's
that
like, what
you're
can I
there.
get you? Okay.
If they
Pull
say
forward.
Dude,
that.
I went to McDonald's in Menominee, and they're like, hey. And I'm like, what?
Hi. It's terrible now,
And then-
though.
What do you want?
Culver's
Yeah.
and Quick Trip are Midwest nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's.
I would much
stereotypical
rather
Mexican
have
food.
that.
No,
than
and I'm
the-
not complaining, but it's like
No,
Yeah,
I
what do
get
you
what
want?
know what I'm
What do you
saying.
want? Pull up. What the hell do
no,
you
no,
want?
no, that's not what I'm getting at. But
In
it's,
my
it's just
voice.
funny.
Is that it?
Yeah. Are you sure?
You're
Fatty?
done.
Any dipping
I
sauce?
just feel bad.
How many people are in your party so we know how many napkins to put in?
What's your name?
just
thank
me.
you, Zach.
Yeah.
No, they asked for your name. And I'm like, bro, it's too
Right.
personal, bro. I just want my. I
It's
want
too
my,
personal. I want to eat my burger in
I want
shame,
my butter burger
anonymously.
bad. Yeah, exactly.
I was at Quick Trip the other day, and yes, I understand where you're coming from because, like, it was one of those deals where I paid with cash.
Yep.
So I'm putting the cash back in my wallet, and he paced out his sentence so it lasted until I had all of my stuff in my hand sleeve.
Is there goal to get the last word before you like?
Oh,
walk out?
100%.
Yeah,
It has to be.
100%.
It has to be.
The see you next time has to wait until you're walking away
Yep.
from the counter, definitely.
Thankfully.
I'll see you next time. You gotta keep going. with
I'll
something.
see you next time, bro. I will see you next time.
God,
What's your schedule?
I'll try that one the next time we go to bars because we have a Quick Trip right next to our house.
Just get mad. Just get mad about it. No, I'll see
see
you,
you
next
next
time.
You gotta get the last
see,
word.
the only way I could work like a Quick Trip is if I work a night shift on a college campus because you just
Yeah.
can see all the drunk guys
That would
coming.
be
Ugh.
party.
Oh, like there's a guy that's always there. He's like, having much fun tonight. Like the guy just goes with it. He just doesn't
Yep.
care.
We got donuts on sale tonight if you're interested.
Sure, it
Where's,
can't
where's
interest
the
you.
hot
in a-
spot food?
Sure, it can't interest you in a scotcheroo.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Oh, the single package ones?
Yeah,
They're
those are
so
the
good.
devil.
The nice old lady gave me chicken bacon, macaroni and cheese because
That sounds
this
good.
week they had their to-go meals
Oh,
sale.
Yep.
dude, they're to-go meals like the,
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually pretty good for the take home.
Why aren't we
Tuesday.
sponsored by Quick Trip yet?
they're a little
They spon-
expensive, but
Well,
they're good.
Take home Tuesday when they're like $5.50.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad, you know.
Oh shit! It was a Tuesday. Yeah,
Yeah, that's when they have that.
that's why she was
sampling.
giving me chicken bacon.
You ever have the savory chicken meal? Get chicken, mashed potatoes, and green beans.
Like
Todd,
It tastes-
who the fuck eats green beans,
It
Todd?
tastes so fresh.
I do.
Dude, they're
I
so
do.
good.
Thanksgiving dinner, right?
They're
there.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's
I
segue
love
to the
eating
next
fucking
part of
rabbit
this.
What is the next part of this?
Gunner has questions.
Oof.
Well, Todd, before we get there, congratulations. UMSS points champ in our presence. It's one thing I've never been able to do.
Yes, Todd.
And I was very satisfied knowing that
The Todd was
we
on
all
the top.
we all worked together and you made it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's another thing. The people that you race with are great.
You should maybe thank all your sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that. It was kind of like
Pioneer and Long Lake, you run Long Lake, pizza, beer, food, whatever. They
Great
got a little
food.
pit, they got a little pit stop thing on the side of the lake. Brown Heart Truck and Auto, diesel repair, any heavy diesel repair, Black River Falls kind of area, Whitehall area. Lube station, Rice Lake. You ever need your oil change, car fixed, brakes fixed. Don't hesitate, lubricate. Obviously, Build 2, 828 Media, Advanced by CB. Yeah, it's all the people,
Good job, Ted. Gunner,
Yeah.
send it off. Fire it up. Let's go.
Well,
What?
I'll start with this.
Okay.
There was a lot of Dad, you're done. There was a lot of happenings on the Face Barn about Cedar Lake, and I'm gonna start with
Todd, just don't even get me going on this shit.
I don't
we're
Keep showing up.
already-
'Cause
Yeah.
Here's the deal. You don't have to finish the sentence.
No, let him finish
Hold on.
so
Yeah.
the listeners understand.
hold on. I'm gonna go into the more,
Okay, go.
but first off, I just want to ask,
I don't.
how do you guys think that a big show or a bigger show should be lined up? Like, should it be the same everywhere? Should it be by passing point? Should it be by draw, redraw? I mean, like, if
Who
you're
you
going to go
asking
into a
first?
big show,
Because we're all gonna fire off, and I want one.
I'm
person.
fired, and I'm firing first. And I'm not even gonna go with the points format first. It's that people that complain on Facebook will still show up the week later.
oh, I agree.
And people bitch about with soda, will be the first ones to do a soda track. And like I get, and there's a better way to go about it. On Facebook, people can have, unless it's a big issue, like you can have like more appropriate conversations instead of saying like this is bullshit and then show up the week later.
Okay, we're
What
going
is
to get
it?
into it because, yeah, this is my next piece that I want
But like, and I mean, I'm kind of avoiding your question.
I want to get into Gunner's question a little bit more because there's controversy here, and
Yeah. Well,
in my world, there's been like 4 controversies, but I want to know which one you were referring to.
okay. I don't know what happened at the legendary,
well,
but
it's
I've
just a
heard there
format.
was
It's just
some.
a format thing.
Yeah, I've
Well,
heard
here's-
people weren't happy with it, so I'm like,
Okay, here's
but
the
it's
deal.
been the same.
Here's the
forever.
deal. Exactly, and they know what they came to the racetrack for. And
Okay.
like, I agree.
I
You know,
don't,
there's
I don't
probably
know the
better-
whole situation, so I'm just wondering what.
The situation is the way that they line up the legendary. If you finish, what is it, top 3, you lock into the show.
Makes sense.
Yep.
That's it. You lock into the show.
But
and you can
if
try
you
again tomorrow.
if you try again,
You can finish your
it is
record.
as if you never raced. If you try again and better your position, the first race that you were in, no longer counts. So
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
so now everybody moves up.
Is
So
that what
you
did-
technically only have to race one night.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Did they change that?
Like AJ only raced Thursday, started pole.
Okay.
I thought
But I
last
mean-
So
year.
if everybody knows the format, then why was there so much?
Exactly.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
actually
Like, I mean,
I'm
think
genuinely asking because I don't know the whole situation. but-
Yeah, you get 2 chances. But
And
like,
here's
if
the
you
deal.
fuck up Thursday, you still got a chance Friday.
I've never
Technically,
heard
you
of,
get 4.
Well, yeah, kind
It-
of.
Never
through
heard of a
B-main and
perfect format.
LCQ.
right.
never heard of a perfect format.
Right.
And
I
I mean,
think
there's
it
always
works
ways.
well.
There's always ways you can make it better. But people always complain about format, and I don't. Some are more dumb than others.
Like
They're all dumb. Like, there's no good way to do it. If you have 100 late models show up for the World 100, there's no good. Like, what's the way you're gonna do it?
yeah.
You know, then there's ways, and everybody has their opinions, but somebody's still gonna say it's stupid at the end of the day.
I guess the
Yeah.
only bitch that I have about the legendary part of it is take away the 2 chances and just race everything
Yeah, I mean,
Thursday, Friday. Because when you got 200 and some cars,
I'd rather do a.
I mean, 279 cars showed up. So Thursday, race a race. Friday, race a race. Saturday, do your features.
Well, here's my
instead of 3 fucking B mod A mains,
yeah.
2 late model A mains,
Well,
2 modified A mains.
I was talking
I don't know.
like a format that I thought would be kind of fun for that race, just because
It's my
I don't think it's a
opinion.
bad idea to change it up. Like Thursday, you do like a prelim night, and then Friday that lines up heat races, and
Yeah.
then Saturday you race your B mains and mains.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what Knoxville for the late model nationals
Right.
was.
I think it's a cool way. I mean, that's how USA
actually
Nationals
didn't-
pretty much is.
I
too.
actually didn't mind. I don't mind the legendary 100 format.
I don't either.
I don't
It's
either.
different.
For,
It's honestly
for
different.
a few reasons. One, we'd still be racing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
You know, if you would run with the traditional format. Two, you're gonna burn a track up. So
Yeah.
now, out of the 9 classes that race, the bottom 3 classes on the card anyway, those tracks or those teams are gonna get a crap racetrack to race on.
Right.
Thankfully, a track like Cedar Lake has the equipment to completely farm and rebuild their track in 20 minutes.
Oh, that new piece of equipment they have
So-
is awesome.
And for my money, it kept the action was moving. It made hot laps and qualifying actually matter,
Right. Yep.
which is what I really liked about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I love qualifying.
Yeah. What I guess if there's any complaints about it, it was simply that if you bettered your starting spot in the show on Saturday, your spot was completely erased, and that has the potential to screw some other drivers. It can screw some other teams.
Yep.
Other than that, I thought it was fine.
And
I'm
they
glad
said
they started at
and
5
here's the
too.
deal. They already said at the drivers' meeting, I don't know if it was Thursday or Saturday, that they said they were gonna change it, and then people go complain.
Well,
Why?
there's
So,
you're
Like they
never
said,
gonna-
they said they're gonna change it, and then I go on Facebook and people are complaining. I'm like, well, they're gonna change it.
So I saw a lot
Why?
of people saying like, line up all the fastest guys or the best finishers up front, and then just go on back or whatever. Like, if
The
you,
best finishers and
well, I'm just saying if you if you win on Thursday and you win on Friday, then those 2 should be on the pole for Saturday, right?
yeah.
Like that's how they've done
it
it.
works already.
Yeah. Okay.
The 2 feature winners start on.
But my thing
outside.
is like that's great to have the fastest guys up front. They earn it. They worked for it. But I feel like in some classes, I mean, in World of Outlaws, I feel like it works that way because everybody's good. But in some forms of racing, I feel like to put on a show for the fans, you gotta take that into consideration too,
Yeah, and that's why redraws and everything like that are
Yeah.
a thing.
right?
You know,
Because you don't just want
And
your 2
inverts.
fastest guys
Yeah.
out front, and then it's like, well, that's not
I don't
fun
know.
to
I
watch.
saw some pretty good racing this weekend with fast people out front.
Yeah.
Just being honest. Like I
Well, I mean, it does happen.
the only
but
thing that
It's kind of like a qualifying deal.
quote
It sets
unquote
everybody up.
slow people do is that for a fan they fucking crash shit. You know, and I mean, it's not to take away from a new racer.
Yeah, wasn't there like one race where there was only 9 finishers out of 18?
B-Mods had really long. I think it was Friday. They had like a 45-minute feature.
And that was one feature out
Yeah.
of 3 B mod features.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
So that's
We
You
got
can't, you can't take away people. You can't say they
no,
can't race.
it's nothing like that. It's just
we're
like,
walking a razor's edge with keeping the crowd happy and keeping
Yeah.
the teams happy.
Yeah,
I
and
think the
that-
legendary goes pretty well every year.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
thought it was fine.
It just takes a long time, 'cause
Which
there's
is
280
inevitable. Like,
Cars
right.
That's the way it's going to be.
Spread over 9 classes.
Right.
It's the way it's going to be.
And they have got to do that to pay the bills.
The other
Right.
thing that made me so mad was I saw a bunch of people talking about the purse. And it's like, I don't know how to say this to like make it make sense to people, but the purse money was over $100,000, and I did the math. If you had 500 people in the stands, and let's say you had 500 people in the pits, and this was their like discount price, like the 3-day deal, whatever. But I calculated out 500 and 500. It came out to like $95,000. So they're at that point they're paying. I mean, obviously I didn't factor in concession stands and this and that,
whatever.
but like these tracks have to make money too. So if you're not gonna have 20,000 people in the stands, what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
the
honestly,
money has to come from somewhere.
Brad Booth will tell you straight up. He's like, we don't make money. He's like, we make money 3 weekends out of the year.
The Nationals,
The bus
Nationals,
races.
Outlaws, and bus races.
Yep.
And the Masters, meh.
yeah,
And he'll tell you straight up. And I mean, I'm not saying, like, when people say that stuff, it's like when people complain about Cedar Lake, I kind of laugh. Because, well, for when we race every week,
right.
you know, and I'm not taking away things from everybody else because there's fairgrounds. People are on fairgrounds, so that's hard to put money back into it, whatever. But they have concrete slabs. They have a nice catch fence.
Mm-hmm.
They invest in equipment. They have a campsite. Like, I'm sorry, but there's rarely a whole lot of racetracks that put money back into their facility.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest, and they're one of them.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to, like, ride on them
Definitely
or whatever.
true.
But it's true. Like, but then people
They're a
compl-
weekend racetrack
Yeah.
instead of a weekly racetrack.
I just can't stand people that complain about racetracks.
yeah, and I don't know.
We're some of them.
Rice Lake. How many people complain about Rice Lake and the same cars show up every week?
yeah,
You know.
I feel like
Simon Wallstrom said that one best.
I just
It's
feel
annoying.
like this year I've heard a lot about the purse and the entry fees and this and that, and like everything's expensive for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, here's the deal: is the racetrack's bills have doubled, just like everybody else's
Right.
bills, and they're charging you the same amount they did 20 years ago to get in the pits. They're charging you basically the same amount to get in the stands, but yet they're not getting double the fans because their expenses doubled.
Right.
So it's like this money has to come from somewhere, and it's really frustrating because people
Well,
they'll like your plumber goes out and he's got to double his bills because all of his bills went up, so he's got to raise his
Everything's
prices.
more expensive. That's the thing. That's the moral of your story.
Yes, but like
And the racetrack isn't making as much money.
the racetrack isn't it's not a need like your plumber or your
Right.
electrician, so they can't just say, well, we're gonna raise the stand prices to $60 to get in. Well, nobody's gonna show up.
And you
So
can't
it's
raise
like-
it in increments of 1 either. It's got to be in increments of 5,
Right.
yeah.
just for efficiency, getting people in.
But it's all really just a balance of everything, because if the racers wanted to get paid more, go out and get 30 people that want to see you come race. Bring fans to the track. Like
Right.
the track does what they can to promote,
Mhm.
but like it's all got to work together. The money's got to come from somewhere. And so I don't think people
I always
realize
find it like amazing at Cedar though during the legendary how the stands are usually 50% or more.
They weren't this weekend.
And
Not
even
this
close.
past weekend.
Not even close, Todd. There was
Well,
probably 200 people there on Friday.
but the weather was super nice compared to like
Well,
other, you know what I mean?
and they're facing
it's
a bad
like the last
Gunner's,
weekend.
Like Gunner's saying though, it's becoming more expensive to do everything, and I think the racetracks are seeing it.
Oh,
In my
yeah.
opinion,
Oh, I
fans
agree.
wise.
But there's always over 250 cars at the legendary.
Yep.
Like
And each of those
always.
cars each of those teams has minimum 2
Yeah,
guys
just
paying
say,
admission.
just say two
to get
extra
in.
people.
It's just crazy to me how that race still brings over 250 cars. Because where do you go where there's 250 cars?
Right.
with Soda 100. It's about
Well,
it.
yeah,
Same
but you're
weekend.
talking about the same group,
Yeah.
just a different part of the state.
Compare that though to the red clay.
Yeah,
The red clay gets 200 between 2 and 220 cars,
and it's fucking icicles up there.
and it's spread over 4 classes and not 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the way though.
Yeah, but you're up north. I mean, that's completely a different region too.
You're a different region.
Your face needs to be. in a
Yeah, I
different
mean, if you do
region
look at the
when you say
entry, I mean, they're all within not crazy far distances. Everybody just fucking combobulates.
I'm still laughing at Blake saying my face needed to be in a different region.
All right.
God, after
And
Culver's, I can go for some.
My last thing,
Yes, bring it.
um,
Give it to me straight.
like
Give it to me
Shania.
with a little squiggly.
this stuff on Facebook
I hate it.
has been so much. I feel like it's maybe
Super
every year,
negative.
but this year has been like really
Negative.
a little negative, and I just think it needs to stop. I mean, who are you helping if you complain about Cedar Lake? Well, now the guy that sees this post, oh, Cedar Lake, they're doing this and that. Well, now I don't want to go because this guy's not.
Well,
going.
and that's the thing, you know.
It's like,
I mean,
if you
let's
have a-
just say a Jesse Glenn's fan. I'm using Jesse's example. He doesn't do this at all. But say if Jesse goes on Facebook and complains that says Cedar Lake's a shithole racetrack,
Yep,
all of a sudden he has probably, I mean, Jesse has a huge following. He probably has 200 people that will never go to that thing ever again.
yep.
Like, honestly, it's
Yeah.
probably what's going to happen.
Just because they saw it on Facebook,
Even though, like,
Jesse will be
I mean,
back
the fan,
there.
The fan,
like-
I mean, as a fan, I never understood what went to a racetrack until I started racing.
Yeah.
When I started racing, I'm like, you know, people need to lay back a little bit. You know, criticism's always there, and I don't think it's never a bad idea to be criticizing, but you don't need to go on Facebook and do
you
it.
don't need to like.
There's so much more appropriate ways to go
Well,
about.
these promoters' phones are always on.
Yeah,
call 'em,
exactly. And that's the
text
thing.
'em,
Nobody will call 'em, but
message
they'll
'em.
go post on Facebook.
Yeah,
that,
like-
You got to think about this in a broader picture, though. Currently, in a way broader picture, way broader picture.
I'm thinking about North Korea, Tad.
There is
How many broads are in the picture?
Okay, let's go, Tad.
11.
Open it up.
The state of the world that we're in right now. Think of the housing market. It's way overinflated. And people who want to buy a house can't, or shouldn't, because the interest rates currently are stupid high, right? With no sign of coming down. The stock market and people's investment portfolios and stuff is going way, way down, right? So they need an outlet. And within that outlet, whatever it is, could be fishing, golfing, racing, it doesn't matter what it is, they expect, almost subconsciously, they want it to be like perfect so that way they can escape from the ho-hum of
Yeah,
their
exactly.
daily life.
Right.
So when the standards become so ridiculously high, subconsciously in people's heads, it's not the general public's fault. Really isn't. What is the fault of is voicing those opinions in such a way that you got to. People have to step back into their own brains too and realize my standard is way too high.
Mm-hmm.
The humans are
Well,
doing
no.
human things.
It all comes with social media, though. But we couldn't watch Knoxville weekly. We couldn't watch Beaver Dam weekly. We couldn't watch USMTS, World of Outlaws. I mean, now you can watch everything everywhere and see every track and every race if you want to.
Yeah.
So therefore, your standards end up being higher.
Well, it's a different experience watching it on TV versus
Right.
actually
But
going.
you're looking at that track from a different view than you would if
Yeah.
you were there. It's just you all of a sudden you go to Rice Lake and you're like, oh, I don't like this place because this track has this and that and the other thing.
I don't like this place because of the bleachers, or I don't like this place
Yeah.
because you're facing into the sun. Yeah. You
It's
know,
just there's so many options, which I mean, complaints always bring strength, I think. So
Yeah, I just think, I think you just talk to the owner or the promoter about it instead of, I mean, because like I say, if one, like Zach says, if
Yeah.
Jesse posts negatively about Cedar Lake and says, I'm never going back there, well, now all his fans aren't going to. And then
Right.
the next guy doesn't have Cedar Lake because they closed down because everybody complained about it
Right.
and nobody came.
less complaining is the moral of the story.
if you're gonna, yeah,
Enjoy what you have so it never goes
And
away.
everybody's open to criticism, but just
Are you?
go to them.
are you
Are you?
sure?
There's 3 hairs on your kneecap that are
Dad, you seem to
super
be losing
curly.
hair.
But
You stressed out from people giving you criticism, Dad? You seem to be losing hair.
Is
I
he
was on his
losing hair?
knee.
No, I was making that up.
Oh,
Let's give him shit.
Zach has a mullet.
He
Sam,
does.
This is
It's
personal.
back.
It's personal.
All right, we're moving to the next part of this bit. I went into deep thought.
We're waiting, Tad. I don't know
Deep
what. I don't
Why
know
are you
What are we
talking?
doing?
I was
What-
trying to
what-
tell
I
everyone.
don't know what you're waiting on.
All right, this question goes to Gunner. We'll do this first. I got questions for each and every one of you.
Oh boy.
just because I thought it would be fun since we haven't all been together for such times. Gunner,
Yeah, go ahead.
if you were suddenly arrested for no reason and your face was flashed all over the news, what would your family and friends assume that you did?
Ooh.
God, I thought this would be instant. With his right arm tattoo.
I guess speeding, yeah, I don't know, reckless driving. Not really I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to like admit that you're a fucking felon or like I have these thoughts and I'm gonna steal this fucking shit
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'm gonna go rob a diamond store.
Well, I did get that ticket for the crosswalk thing, so maybe I hit somebody this time.
10 feet away from the crosswalk.
Yeah.
Got a ticket.
Maybe I actually hit him this time.
Ben? Ben, would you like a question?
Sure.
I laughed when I read this one, so I thought it was good. What are 3 things you could buy at the grocery store to make the cashier give you a weird look?
I could already answer this one.
Yeah, I answered
Pringles, glove, and a fucking 2 sponges.
Tip.
I mean, you're like, come
What's
on.
yours, Ben?
3 things.
Yes.
A raw chicken, a plunger, and Vaseline.
Wow.
Daddy.
Gunner?
I don't know. I was thinking like more of the murder stuff, like
You got a lot of hate in here.
shovel, duct tape,
This
and
got weird.
rope. I don't know.
Shovel, duct tape, and a grinder wheel.
We might as
Yeah.
well just do 3 questions for all of you.
Yeah.
What would your face be all over the news for? Public masturbation.
Furious public
Yeah,
masturbation.
you know, I could see that one. I could see that one.
Why'd that just make a lot of sense?
Damn. You know, I actually like have always thought, you know, like sometimes at the racetrack I get lazy and pee in the door of the truck.
Oh, I always do that.
That's not lazy. That's just
Yeah, but then
Being
I'm
at the
like,
racetrack.
I could think about one time somebody have a problem with that, but it hasn't
Public
happened yet.
indecency?
public
Well,
urination.
I would say it is illegal technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not at the racetrack.
Yeah, but
'Cause we're all-
that'd probably be what I'd be on the news for.
Ben,
What would I be on the news for?
that's what the question was. Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
being an accomplice to Gunner in his murdering.
Oh.
Oh,
Damn.
I feel like if one of us were in trouble for something as such, we just back each other up.
Well, yeah.
I
For the
guess I
most
got your
part, yeah.
back.
Yeah, I got
Thanks.
your back.
thanks, dogs.
What
Yeah.
about you?
For the killing or the grocery store?
Both.
Face on the news.
Wait, it wasn't killing
It
them.
wasn't
No, that was
killing.
Gunner.
I'm probably gonna go with speeding because that's probably one of my favorite things to do.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great time in North Dakota.
Oh yeah.
Did I send you a snap
Yeah.
in the TRX?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good time.
I'll never forget Jesse's wedding beforehand. Blake driving. But nothing happened like illegal, but it was just,
Yeah, it's only legal until you get
Yeah,
caught.
it might have been a little naughty, but that's a subjective term.
I won't forget leaving the stoplight with James to my left wanting to race
No, it was great. I think Noah peed himself a little bit
when the whole front bumper was pointed at the passenger window.
of
The
James's car.
The whole front of the car was literally pointed at his car. Let's see.
What about the
here.
grocery store?
Grocery store, 3 things. The first things I thought of was number 1, steak, because that's obviously what you got to get. But then go to the lubes in that section of the store
Mm-hmm.
and grab that with a packet of seasoning.
Oh, for a
that-
binder.
Right. But then, yeah,
Oh, for a binder.
just tell her it's like, yeah,
For a binder.
be like, the
I mean,
pleasure.
it's all water based.
The pleasurable like lube type of stuff. So then she's like, "Wait, steak seasoning and lube?
You turn this thing into a vagina, and
It makes a great binder.
No, it's just a binder for the steak for the rub.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. God, why is it so dirty in here?
Mm.
All right, this was supposed to be Gunner's, but since we're all answering, I'll. I already did this one. Sorry, Zach. You see, he's already mad because I didn't bring him up
He's
first.
pouting.
He was
No.
Ted,
You literally said, what?
What?
What about me?
Well, I mean,
What
that's
about
what I
me?
was
I'm
assuming.
the UMSS champ.
No, we already did all two of us.
All right, Zach. If you were put in charge of creating a brand new global holiday, what would you name it and how would it be celebrated? What time of year would it be held?
Dad. Well, that's obviously National Todd Day. You know, that goes without saying.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What time? What would you name this, and how would you celebrate it? So, National Todd Day. How is National Todd Day
well,
celebrated?
obviously, you get the day off work. I mean, what do you? I mean, really, what do you do on a holiday? You get together with family.
You have to get together with one Tad.
Yeah, you know, here's the deal. That's just a fantastic idea. You know, you gotta go find a Todd and harass the shit out of him for the fucking day.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one's tough. Actually, I honestly have no idea.
What time of year would it be held?
In the summer.
Todd time.
Yeah, you gotta be in the summer.
So, can I say something?
Sure.
I read all these to Megan, and she says, "How do you answer that?" I said, "Well, that's why I put it to Zach, because
I have an answer for everything.
the name would be National Todd Day, celebrated with Todds on Todd year. That's when it's held."
Todd year.
She's like, "What? He's not going to answer that."
Oh, it's pretty
He
damn
just
close.
answered
Do you know him or what?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Okay, go ahead. What about you? What's your holiday?
National Kasky Day.
It's global, so it goes all the way to the other side of Asia, all the way to Australia.
Well, there's one of two in my brain. One would be like The Purge.
Oh, with that noise, with that one horn.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Hunger Games.
We're still dark over on this end of the room.
Well, I'm sitting next to a would-be murderer.
Whoa.
I'm just an accessory after the fact. The other one would be, I've always wanted this to be a national holiday.
Yes.
Take a friend to the racetrack day.
It should be a national holiday.
It really should be. Take a friend to the racetrack day. I mean, I know we're trying to be funny and stuff, but really, that should be a national holiday.
We're not trying. It's all
do have
been
a
natural, really.
I do have a story about that. Everybody I've taken
Were you
to,
done?
Yeah.
It sounded like it.
Okay.
Everybody
Just making
I've taken
sure.
to the racetrack that knows nothing about racing always ends up liking it.
Yeah, and they come
Like,
back.
I'm honest to God, like I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
roommates came to the races and they're like,
How many
but-
of your friends have not came back after their first time?
Not many.
yeah, it's a low
mean,
percentage.
I met Girl Blake at Cedar Lake. And
No, oh
and
yeah.
then she bought our Knoxville Nationals tickets. So
That's right. That's pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Damn, Tad, it sounds.
Do you have a holiday?
catch
Do you have a holiday? Is there a holiday you want to?
Well, the only one I could think of was a holiday that some racers already celebrate, National 410 Day,
Yes.
April 10th.
Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah, that one actually is like a legit holiday.
Yeah. Take the day off of work, though.
You know, my super late models had a cubic inch limit. They could celebrate a holiday too, but they really don't.
Crates have 525 horsepower.
Yeah, but I mean, here's
that's
the
a
deal.
crate.
It's a crate motor.
I understand
you know.
that, but it was
I mean,
just
I respect the crate racers, but it's a crate motor.
four out of the
604?
top 5 late model finishers at Hibbing.
Yeah, it was 525s.
They were all 525s up there.
They worked pretty good.
Somehow they're putting out 600
Yeah,
horsepower.
they put 600 horsepower on methanol.
We should put them in our sprint cars.
That's
I
why
mean,
Harry
Wait,
beat me
that's
so
crate
much.
motor. I don't want a crate motor.
No, the 525s are. I mean, they're not a crate motor because it's an LS, and LSs are actual engines.
So your crate motor's not an actual.
No,
Now,
it's a
if you talk-
5-gallon pail.
I mean, does Hot Carl talk about the 525s?
Well, so a
Yeah,
crate
no.
motor's like a potato, or is it a 5
Yeah,
gallon?
I mean,
pail. Crate
in
motor's a
reality, that's a
potato.
fantastic analogy about a crate motor.
It's shipped in a box,
So is a 525.
and you have to skin it before you race it.
Do you have to boil it? Or can you-
Basically,
or can
that's
you
what the
bake it?
guy that after you pay the money, you have to send.
So
it
what's
to
your holiday?
What's
Mine?
yours?
Well, yesterday we celebrated Monday we celebrated National Cheeseburger Day, thanks to 93X The Morning Show.
Yeah.
So that would have been one because I like cheeseburgers, but
That's already there, though.
right,
Well, mine was kind of already there a little bit.
yeah. I don't know, like barbecue, something like that. It'd have to do with the food because I enjoy them global food holidays.
Yeah.
Do you participate in all of them?
No, I'm vegan now.
Oh, okay.
Recently, are you
Recently, like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I like turkey.
Started today, yes.
What was
I
it?
like turkey.
Wasn't that what he said? Turkey burger.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Ugh. I like turkey bacon.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right,
Yeah, but there's just things that don't belong.
Gunner, that was kind of fun actually. We should try that every time.
Should.
Should.
We did
Kind of like 2-minute questions, but for us.
for all of us,
Right.
Yeah. That's what it was in a sense.
Yeah.
So, Gunner, tell us a little bit about, since season's almost over, give us a little quick rundown of how 2023 went at the Thunder Hill Speedway with you being the promoter all the time now.
I think it went pretty good. We, well, I haven't really been on since like the Nationals before that. So the Nationals were good. Yeah, we had a bunch of racers and got to see Kyle Busch run his micro and his son Brexton run.
And
That was pretty cool.
Had an Earnhardt win.
Earnhardt, yep. Yeah, after that we did alumni night sponsored by the Timber Inn.
Oh,
That was
yes.
fun night.
That was fun. I wish we would have been able to promote it a little more because I think like next year if we do it, we can get a bunch of people and
Yep.
really get kind of a good gathering together because it's cool to see. I mean, there's a lot of people that have come from Thunder Hill that are racing big cars or just anybody.
There was a lot of alumni there.
Yeah.
I think you should just do free everything. Pit passes, all of it.
Yeah.
Because most of them I seen in the pits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gunner's like, it's coming out of the bottom line. Yeah, you can fucking
Yeah.
ride you.
Don't be suggesting that shit, Blake.
No, I think there was good racing overall. We just had the Wisconsin dirt track, and I don't know. We've kind of done a few things to the track just to try and make the racing better. We've already known this, but we've learned that it's really hard to prep from everything from a rookie cage to a micro. But I think we're figuring some things out. Yeah, like I say, we just had the dirt track, and that went good. On Friday, Saturday it rained, which kind of sucked, but
Still out of there
Is
by
what it is,
9:50.
yeah. Luckily we started a little early. We kind of knew it was coming, but didn't know if it was going to be spotty or a little bit or
That's the worst, too.
yeah.
What was
Car cars
astounding
are
to
good.
me that night is with the amount of rain that we got, just looking at that racetrack, I thought there's no way in hell
No.
that, like, but then coming up to you and your dad, because nobody knows that track the way you guys do. And I remember talking to you about it earlier this year. You said that when it comes to water, the track is pretty forgiving. Well, I think that night showed it.
Yeah. And we had to dig it so there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, like before race day. Usually we'll water like the day before a decent amount and then especially the night before. But seeing that we had to dig the track because we wanted to kind of reshape a little bit. So I was watering on like Tuesday. I watered, I think, three loads with the Terragator and the truck. So 3 Terragator loads, 3 truck loads. And then I did one on, would have been Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know. But then, so like, I guess what I'm saying is we had a ton of water in it. And this time of year, it doesn't really go away as fast as July. And I was actually surprised by, I don't know, we didn't put that much on like Saturday, but Friday we did, and, Thursday the night before we did. So, but once we had it kind of like sealed over, I guess,
Mhm.
it just kind of, I don't know. I was surprised that we were able to run it in, actually.
When you drive, I asked you this question that night, but when you drive that Terragator, you must just feel all powerful.
Teddy,
Well,
you must
can-
feel massive.
You
I
can
do.
run over everything.
I do, but like on Saturday when we were packing the track, I was like, well, yes, I was like this on the bottom going sideways, but I'm like looking over my shoulder every 2 seconds because there's little 4-wheelers out there, and I'm like, I can't run them into the wall, and I can't monster truck this guy. So, yeah, it's a little sketch.
Well,
But that thing works amazing for packing the track
the
in.
one guy in the water truck, he was like diamonding through the corners
Yeah.
on that night. He had no other choice. It was
Well, and
kind of funny to watch.
the very bottom was like, I didn't think we were going to get the very bottom in. Like, I thought we might have to throw discs out there or something. But then my dad put the digger on the tractor down, and he kind of got the water to go into the track more, and then it started to come around, and it was good. But, yeah, we still had to rush because I think it, like, misted or sprinkled the whole night. Like, it was just, like, in the air almost.
Yeah, there was a little bit of dew, I guess, on
Yeah.
some of my equipment that I had out. But my top 5, my favorite races all year long, honestly, was the Rowdy Nationals.
Yeah.
Just because of the storylines that were interwoven there.
Oh, yeah.
And from my perspective, it made my job so much easier
Yeah.
because of those storylines that were written,
Right.
That was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to next year. And I really never thought, and I told you this, I never thought I would say that about announcing at a go-kart track,
Yeah.
but just what the product that comes out of that place is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
Car counts were good all year.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're kind of trying to convey to the public, really,
Oh,
is
dude.
just, I mean, you come there once and just watch some of the racing that, I mean, these kids are anywhere from 5 to 15 to, the sportsmen, we got some older guys, and it's like, these guys
Well,
put on a show.
And that's what's
And I-
cool about Sportsman is like it gives people the opportunity to race.
Yeah.
Which
know?
you've seen that a lot this year too.
Mm.
There was
Yeah.
there was new cars, I think, every week almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cool part about being a spectator at Thunder Hills is $10 to get in. So
And 12 and under are free.
that being said, $10 to get in and you drive out there. You can
$15.
leave whenever you want
Right.
because
Right.
where else do you go for $10? Number one,
Yeah.
and come watch it. If you don't like it, whatever.
Right.
It was $10.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
thank you for
$10.
coming. We really appreciate it.
And you can
maybe
bring
it's-
your own alcohol.
Yeah, maybe it's not your jam, but for $10, holy Christ, they
Try it
packed
out.
And
Yeah,
how many people have you brought to the racetrack says they don't like it? Very
Pack the
hard to get.
stands.
Right.
dude. Rowdy Nationals though, when I seen both them bleachers packed
Yeah.
plus the hill, I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of people. Like all the years, well, 20 some years. I mean, probably as long as you've been born, I've been going there.
Yeah.
And to see the entire hill full with the extra bleachers, it was just cool.
And
Yeah.
the crowd was really into it, too.
Super
Yeah.
engaged.
Yeah.
Great job this year, Ben.
Yeah,
Thank you.
honestly. That's so cool when you are like, Thunder Hill Speedway, are you ready? Or whatever. Like, it just,
Yeah, but
And
that's-
you can
that's
hear-
cool to-
important,
so
though.
cool to
It's
hear the
so
crowd.
important though to
Yeah.
get the fans engaged.
Well, that's what sells it. That's
Mhm.
all it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I enjoy doing that type of stuff because that type of over-the-top stuff, I am over the top myself.
Right.
So for me to do that, it's just like turning my own personal volume up.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's, what I really enjoy. And there's certain places that I'll go and I'll turn on the microphone. I won't do that, right? I'll do a little bit, but there's certain venues that I'll go to
Good.
that if I can sense that the crowd is going to be the least bit receptive, it's game time.
Yeah.
It's showtime, And that's really what I wanted to bring to you guys, too, was, just that sense. Because the first couple of times that I was out there last year, I remember driving home thinking, there's something here. And I'm not sure what that something is, but it's here. And shout out to Matt Ball, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. MBTV.
yeah, MBTV Sports, those guys, between him and Mark, just the amount of passion that they have.
They bust their butt, too.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it, like, initially I was like, this is just a go-kart track.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shut
In a
up.
field.
In a field with great views.
Yeah.
The views alone are worth $10.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
freaking looking over the hill at night. is-
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the coolest things about the track is how they exit the track and then drive past all the
Yep.
fans. And then when you play into it, announcing their names,
It's
it's
cool.
Yeah.
Dad, you ever announce anything other than racing?
Yep.
He's an
Made me
officiant
curious.
for weddings if you want.
I officiate weddings. I've done MMA fights.
Hey, how
Yeah,
does
let's say I feel like it's got to be like hockey or something fast.
I've done a couple of hockey games.
how's weddings go? I now pronounce to you the bride and groom.
So Jason and Autumn Swan's wedding.
Swan,
Yeah, Swan.
Swanee,
Swanee.
Swansonite,
No, just Swan.
Swan.
They asked me to introduce them way over the top.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
I bet it was great.
I'm like, "Are you sure?" And I asked the DJ, I'm like, "How good is your PA?" Because I'll probably blow it out. And so that was fun. But when I officiate a wedding, it's really just this volume, and I don't go over the top unless I'm asked to do so. What's really fun is when I officiate a racer's wedding and I'm around for the reception and they ask me to do the grand entrance like I'm announcing a race.
Oh gosh,
That's fun.
I bet.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done MMA fights, ring announcing. That is way, way too easy. I'm
Oh, and Bobby knocks his fucking shit up.
not that. I don't do play-by-play or commentary. It's just in this corner,
Oh, I know.
fighting out of the blue corner from bumfuck Egypt.
Egypt.
And then somebody opens the door for me, and I walk out of the cage. And then when the fight's done, they open the door back for me, walk into
Oh,
the cage.
wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat, really.
Mhm.
You've done that, huh?
Maybe 15, 20 times.
Wow, that's way more than I was thinking.
Yeah. I was the on-field announcer for
Soccer.
No,
Oh,
American football
oh,
for a local team out of Eau Claire.
I could see soccer.
No. We had anywhere between 3,000 and 4,000 people in the stands, and my job was to just really engage the living crap out of that crowd. So
Do you see the ball?
it wasn't even that. It
Watch
was
the ball.
I would go out on the field. I would introduce the opposing team starting lineup like this: number 12, Jake Smith; number 21, Dan Jones.
Isn't that golf? Sounds like golf.
And then I would get to our team, and now the
Oh, like-
starting
yeah,
lineup for
yeah.
your,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
if you ever go to like an NBA game, there's the same way. Like if LeBron James.
That's where I
playing
got it
Timberwolves,
from. That's where I
Yeah.
got it
Dang.
from, and
If the-
and I actually had
the Brown Jane.
after the team I announced for, which is the Chippewa Valley Predators, their semi-pro football team out of Eau Claire.
Yeah.
After we won the championship,
Brad Paulsrud.
that was the Crush. Originally part of the Predators, but
Go ahead.
anyway, so I was out afterward, and I ran into a bunch of players from the opposing team, and they were all sorts of mad at me.
Oh, that's not good.
And then the entire offensive line of our team, who was nicknamed the Hogs, because they were huge. The smallest guy was like 200, like 6'4" and 290.
Oof.
The rest of the guys were just massive, right?
Tiny.
So they all showed up, and like, Ben, is there a problem here? And I'm like, well, no, I don't have a problem. They do, and they're all mad at me. And why are you mad at him? Like, I don't get paid by Carson Park. I get paid by the football team. So you pay me to do something, then you ask me to do it. I'm going to do it to the best of my
Right.
ability,
Right.
which means I'm going to piss that other team off
Yeah.
just through me being me, right? Like, even like third down. All right, Pred Nation, it's third down. Stuff like that. And
Wow.
so, yeah,
That was fun.
it's a good time. I was for the game itself. I was like a glorified cheerleader, to be honest with you. But that was a cool year. A couple years, 07, 08, 09, I did that.
I graduated in 08.
Proud of you.
Stuff makes me laugh. Like go to a Timberwolves game, LeBron James, and then the other team scores. Let's go wild.
Yep.
When I was in
The Brown Jane.
No, it's just LeBron James.
when I was in college in Wausau, we had a basketball teams, men's and women's. And that was a lot of fun because it was the UW Marathon County Huskies. So instead of saying the UWMC Fieldhouse, I'd call it the Husky Dome. And
Oh, yes.
yeah, that was a good time. Oh, those were fun games. Yeah. So I dabbled in a bunch of different stuff, but racing is just where it's at for me.
Right.
But yeah,
Punky Manor.
I'm
Yep.
excited.
Dwayne Mater
Mm-hmm.
Memorial.
Kind kind of forgot about the midget show at Thunderhill.
When's that?
No, that we had. Kind of forgot.
Oh,
to
I
mention
didn't
that.
forget about it. At
I didn't
all.
forget about
No.
it.
No,
What'd you guys think?
The Badger midgets?
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
The Badger midgets.
Yeah.
Badger midget show, not the Gopher midget show.
The Badger
yeah,
midget.
Badger
show.
midget.
Just in general.
I liked it. Gunner, your face got red.
Sorry. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
If their officiating crew would have just sat down,
Yeah, we did a pretty good job.
yeah, like I told Matt Bohm,
Teamwork.
like we put on a clinic.
Yeah.
You know, and I look and I see their race director directing the race off of my race pass and expecting the Thunder Hill staff to use their radios, and their radios didn't work. And
They were a great group.
relying on,
Yeah.
racing itself is fine. But,
Yeah.
Uh,
I think if we do it again, I think it'll be even better because, I mean, Matt Bowles always said this, but anybody that comes to Thunderhill, like, for the first time, it's totally different than anything.
Yeah.
And so I think everybody would just be a lot more comfortable.
And
And
how all the fast guys were like, dude,
yeah.
this is the most badass track I've ever
But
been
all
to.
the guys that were, like, leading their points or whatever, well, the one guy wrecked in qualifying.
fastest guy right away, turn one.
Yep.
oh, did he ever wreck?
Oh, fucking
And then,
Paul-
Caleb Moan used Landry Singleton as a shield.
On the
yes.
hills.
Did
Yeah.
you like them little zoomed in screenshots?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think their point leader like looped it twice in the feature. Like it was just a weird
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
deal. I don't know.
How about the pace car? Did you see the pace car?
That was nice.
That was
It's
nice.
a pretty
That
sweet
was a
pace
nice,
car.
great pace car.
I loved how you tricked your wife into thinking it was date night, going out for a nice side-by-side ride, you know?
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Well, you weren't wrong. It was a nice side-by-side ride.
It was a good
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
I was there most of the time, or on a four-wheeler because it was way quicker.
Yeah.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. It was I don't know. I guess I would have rather been on the hill to watch the performance because I think it would have been
Yeah.
cool to see both corners all the time. But man, just watching them guys in hot laps, like thinking they know that they had the right setup in, and they definitely did not.
They were all very soft.
You know, like knowing the position they were in, I probably would have been the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and it was weird because we had the track as heavy as we wanted it, and then one little cell on the radar popped up, and it just poured for like 5 minutes.
And then it was good.
Yeah, and we already had like as much water as we wanted, and
Yeah.
then it was just hammered down the whole
And they,
time.
I
Doc,
mean,
who doesn't like a wet racetrack though?
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing.
that
Oh,
track held up really good
nothing
too.
better.
They loved it. They said,
Nothing.
Every
better.
driver that I talked to that night said this is the baddest racetrack we have ever been to.
yeah,
And
Well, especially those guys. I mean, they're racing Angel Park.
right.
midget capital of the world.
Yeah.
Home
This
of
is a
midget-
fun track to watch at.
Yeah. No, it is cool.
It went good. I
Yeah,
think start to
That'd be
finish, you couldn't
great.
ask for anything better. You used the tow truck twice,
yeah.
once for a dead car, once for a wrecked car. That's pretty freaking good.
You know, you hate to see
Yeah.
wrecks, but anything worth doing is worth doing right.
Yeah.
And that guy in qualifying,
Oh,
he wrecked
God.
his car correctly.
Boy, I'm glad we had the tow truck for that one.
And the catch fence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You weren't carrying that thing off of there.
no,
No, that
This-
was
I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, but it's like what?
It's part of it.
Yeah,
It's
Well,
part
that's
of
where
it.
you're gonna wreck stuff.
yeah,
Is qualifying,
and
and you knew he was gonna give it everything he had. And he
yeah.
did.
well, he
He's
came,
like, as soon as he landed, I run up to him. He's like, "What the happened?"
yeah.
I'm like, "Well, you sent it, and it didn't want to go."
Yeah, I didn't want to go left.
Yeah, it bobbed, and that was it.
Ugh.
I said, "You hit the slick spot, though."
Dude, I waved the green, and then it's green, white, checker. So I'm going to grab the white to my left, and I just heard, and I'm like,
Oh,
whoa,
it
what
was
just happened?
So loud.
yeah.
When he hit the fence, it was so loud.
Oh, well, in
Yeah, people don't,
qualifying, the only
yeah,
one.
You don't realize how loud everything is
Oh.
because obviously, if they have like qualifying wrecks, you're like, whoa.
It's
Yeah.
like a
Like
megaphone.
if you listen,
in
or
the
even like
infield.
a wing car when they crash, like if they're by themselves, it's like it's almost is like violent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And obviously, you don't hear that stuff when you're
Well, when
they're
that-
racing.
When that green wing car, what the hell was that? When the Outlaws were, it was the Outlaws and the wing cars were at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, go on.
Outlaw late models and UMSS sprint cars?
No,
The green car?
Todd. There's no outlaw late models and sprint cars the same
what
night.
the hell was I doing there?
5,000.
Oh,
late
no.
models?
Sorry. It was outlaw sprint cars
Yeah.
and then R-Wing cars. And the one guy ended up coming through 3 and 4 in a B main and just trashed.
Oh
his-
yeah. He trashed the shit out of that thing.
And
Todd.
I was literally right there, and I was like, oh.
In the UMSS car did?
Oh,
Mhm.
Todd. Yeah.
See, he climbed the wall, hit the fence, but went like through the fence twice, banged back off the wall, and landed on the track.
Oh.
Dude, I thought the chain link was going to roll back up into the ball it came in when he hit that.
Ugh.
And, like, obviously, they changed 3 and 4 so you can park trucks down below and motorhomes up top now. Like, he was dead honest 10 feet away
Jeez.
when that fence threw him back out. It was so loud.
Yeah.
So loud. All right. Well, anything else, boys? I got a couple little shout outs for our episode.
No,
and
Dad,
that's-
I think it's bedtime.
You're tired?
I'm always tired.
All right. So, anybody see the Kyle Bronson flip at Knoxville?
I
It
did.
just happened.
Yep.
Yep.
That was pretty wicked. I've
Shithole
never seen a
racetrack.
late model flip like a sprint car.
Shithole racetrack, Dad, according to Jonathan Davenport.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
what that.
Christ.
Anywhere with JD crashes, it's a fucking shithole.
I know what he was-
Cedar Lake was a shithole.
I know
according
what
to him,
JD
too.
was talking about there.
What?
Yeah, I get what he's saying, and I honestly don't know. People that speak of their opinions.
Why was it a shithole? It's Knoxville. It looked identical to any other Knoxville.
They
I've
narrowed it
watched.
up in the corners some.
Oh, really?
So that's what
Intentionally?
yeah, that's what he was referring to.
So with the grader, they narrowed the track up.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So that's what JD was referring to when he called it a dump or whatever he said. Was that now on Saturday when they did the driver introductions, he got booed damn near
Ooh.
out of the place.
Thing is, he don't give a shit. I like that guy though.
I didn't hear any of that, but I watched the Bronson flip and I was extremely surprised.
He sent it.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd, you got
that
a long,
was a
you got
good
a long paragraph there.
Oh, no, I'm not reading all this.
Okay, good.
Big shout out to Landry Singleton
Oh, yeah.
on her first win.
Yeah.
Probably a possible guest on the show, but she's only been racing for 2 years or 3 years.
Nice, Ted. Nice, Ted.
Got a win down at Mississippi Thunder. She won the dash. I even got mentioned in the post.
Nice, Ted.
Nice, Dad.
Fantastic. A lot of work over the phone. I was up north, so good job for her. I wanted to talk about Cam's drive from
Yeah, Todd, he was, it's short people syndrome. I wish I had it.
Cam Schaefer.
Because he just gets pissed off, and all of a sudden he's a fucking rocket, which he always is. But
He went plus 20
yeah,
in not his own
no,
car.
okay. Let me tell you this one. So I'm watching the board. I'm like, okay, I'm running third. I'm faster than the leaders. I'm like, holy fuck, I might actually win.
Cam.
And then I
You
was
got
behind me. I'm like,
Schaefer'd.
Cam ain't behind me. The fucking next lap, I'm getting slid. I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? It scared the shit out of me. Like you could see it. I went into one barrel acid, and you could see me let off the gas because I'm like, holy fuck. Because I haven't.
When I looked at the rundown, I was like, at the end of that race, what did Jeremy Kurzman think? He went
Why?
plus 16,
Yeah.
and
Jeremy was
Cam went
fast.
plus 20. Like, when you
Yeah.
go plus 16, you're like,
Hard charger.
hell yeah, baby. And then
Nah, I
Cam's
get-
on the
You
podium.
get
Yeah.
short peopled.
Did he choose to start in the back?
No, because
he,
there's some bullshit. It's not even worth explaining.
motor and car. And
Yeah,
blah, blah,
it's
blah.
because he didn't race the same car.
Oh,
Starting the same
They
position.
made him start in the back after
Fair
racing
enough.
for 2 days. Which,
so that's why he was mad.
oh, he
Prob-
was mad.
No,
yeah.
he was just determined all day. When short people get all determined, they all focus. And, dude, it's a legit.
it's
It's
true.
a legit fucking thing. I worked with the guy for 4 months. It's a thing.
All right.
Okay.
You never heard of short people problems?
Oh,
I mean,
have
heard of it. I just didn't know.
Dude,
it was-
it's a thing.
didn't know how real it
It's
was.
insane.
an actual psychological thing.
I think
It's
the
called
oxygen's different when you're under that height limit.
Well,
It's called
Yeah,
the
it's
called the
hilarious.
Napoleon complex.
and then he
This is,
shaped that up with cigarettes and energy drinks, and holy fuck.
Rolled up.
Move
to
on.
The club. Shout out to Ashley Williams, Thunderhill retiree,
Alumni.
Grad.
alumni. Yeah, I mean, number one, to win Rookie of the Year your first year in a non-wing sprint car is pretty badass. But then to get second place in points to the Wittes over
Yeah.
here, Good job on you. Cade Nelson. You know little Cade?
Yep.
This was an old one, but got his first win at age 13.
Sheesh.
Youngest
First of
winner,
many.
Cedar Lake history.
That's wild.
I didn't know that. Other shout out also to Zach Wittes. He is now the quickest lap time at Cedar Lake Speedway in a non-wing sprint car.
Yes, Ted.
In a UMSS
Ooh.
non-wing sprint car,
Yeah, not a USAC car.
because they came there once.
Yeah, that was holy balls. That went because it was the Ricker Memorial and it rained.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck, Todd. And that red clay, when that shit gets wet, oh my God. And it's great when you're young because, like, you're just like, hell yeah. But if I was over 40, dude, I would pulled off. But the fuck
Jesus.
It was so fast.
Dude, he was
Oh.
almost running like Jack Berger lap times that night at rain.
I was the USAC, the 410
he was
track
a second,
record.
He was a
There's
second off, but
the 410 track
That's
record there.
almost.
Non-wing track record is like low 13, so we were hardly up. Well, a little bit off.
and
the
it
second.
rained like crazy the
And
day
then-
they were there.
And then Brennan Crouch, he was half of a tenth off the track record in a heat race, 10-8. 10-8, Todd.
Oh my God.
That's not slow.
Oh my God.
10 seconds at Cedar is like rocket speed.
Yeah.
That's how they come. Yeah, Dad.
Wow.
It's not
What?
slow.
What?
That's how they win.
Dustin Lynch wearing a David Gravel shirt. Come on.
Oh yeah. Saw that.
What's up? The other thing that I seen on the interwebs was Wisconsin Dirt Track feature winners 2010 to 2019. Can anyone guess who is the leader?
What division or
Ozzy
overall?
Adams.
Oh, no, it's all over the board. It's anyone in Wisconsin that races on a track.
If it's not Benji Lacrosse, it's Buzzy Adams.
It is Buzzy Adams. Benji Lacrosse is not in the top 10 even.
Really?
He is like 15th with 63.
Wait, from
2010 to 2019.
is Radetzky in there?
I'm sure he is. Well, he's got to be. He wins everything.
God, Buzzy raced. What did he race? 4 nights a week? 5 nights
For a
a
long
week?
time,
Yeah.
4 nights a week. When he would get into the national title run, he was gone 5-6 nights a week.
Yeah.
So-
that's insane.
So, example, all 3 Richard boys are in this list,
Yeah.
and they're above the top 10, which I was very impressed with. But Buzzy Adams is 182, George 139, Kurt Myers 115, Travis Van Stratton from where's Hortonville?
Appleton.
He's 111. That's a pretty cool number to have. Shane Halupka, take a guess.
96.
103.
I don't know.
109.
God, he won a lot of B-mod races.
So
But here's the coolest part about this list. Shane Halupka with 109, Bill Baylog right underneath him with 107.
ooh.
Oh.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
actually insane because you think about the races that they
Right.
run versus everybody else.
Jason Havel,
Hobble.
Havel.
Havel, 101.
Yeah, he won.
Daryl
Lots of
Nelson,
Pierstock stuff.
99, Mike Anderson, 96, Shane Kissling, 94 from the big town of Sorona. But then Tommy Richards and Danny Richards are 84 and 79.
Shane Kissling, his shop was right on M going up to my cabin. Or the shop that he had the car in. I think he's out of Ashland now.
Phillips.
Phillips, yeah.
Oh, up there in
Yeah.
So every time
What's
we go
his
up to
name?
the cabin, I just hope he has the doors open
SpaceX
to
are
the shop 'cause
there.
I want to see the car.
Parker
yeah,
Anderson.
Parker. I can't remember. Michael Truscott rounding it off with also 79 wins, which is pretty impressive considering he didn't move here until like he's from Michigan.
He
so-
raced Ashland weekly, though.
Hey, this is
Oh, he
totally
did come
random.
across the border.
But how about our buddy Keith Tourville winning the Little Dream?
That was awesome.
That was cool.
And the
Two-time
burnout.
champ now.
And
Yeah.
the burnout. Come on. Yep, that's what I got. I just thought those were some. I deleted about 20 of them because they were in there since June. But yeah, no, it was. The Dream was actually really good this year too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't know. I
wa-
wasn't there.
Well, I watched some highlights.
I was busy getting
were.
rowdy.
I feel like
Well, they
you-
were like legit respectful when they were racing, and
That's
unlike
good.
the year prior when it turned into a mess.
One of them was Carnage.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all we got.
good pod, boys.
Until
Alright.
next time, which would be tomorrow. And if
Yeah.
this episode, when it comes out, make sure you head back to our Facebook page and look at our live video.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Just
Just
gotta
look at it.
All right, boys. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank
following.
you. Thank you.
Now, as always, that was anticlimactic. You got something to say? Hit up the Built 2 Media podcast and let them know. Like, comment, and share on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and at built2media.com. Thank you, Built 2 Media sponsors. QualityFreightRate.com, Liquid Nitro Energy Drink, SKD, Scott King Designs, Thunderhill Speedway, Kick-Ass Beef Jerky, Jiggy Signs, Harvest Racing, K1 Race Gear by Ryan Bowers, Spot On, Point of Sale System Credit Card Processing, and PrettyPolishedJunkie.com. Get your Built 2 Media podcast fix. Get everything you want and get everything you need at built2media.com, except for the t-shirts. Figure it out. Be back next week for another exciting Built 2 Media podcast.
The Built 2 Media Podcast.